Power Rangers, a concept that has been able to grasp the heart and attention of children all around the world, and even some adults. It really started as Super Sentai within Japan, eventually transferred over to the West, known as Power Rangers, in which so many adaptations were made of it, from Power Rangers SPD to Power Rangers Dino Force to my favorite Power Rangers, the best one, Power Rangers Samurai. If you grew up in 2010, you most likely grew up with that Power Rangers. Now, today we're not here to actually talk about Power Rangers specifically. We're actually here to talk about a certain type of Power Rangers. A mangaka by the name of Negi Haruba actually made his own version of the Power Rangers known as Go-Go Loser Ranger, or you also call it Ranger Reject. Well, I was like, I want to actually read it. I seen a trailer, a quick clip of it somewhere, and I was like, this looks interesting. I haven't always been the biggest fan of Power Rangers, but I was like, it's been a while, and it's an anime of it. I'll check it out. And boy, did it do some stuff I never thought I'd see Power Rangers do. You see, Ranger Reject follows an alternative reality where the so-called Power Rangers, or within the manga, Dragon Keepers, we know, they aren't the loving heroes that we thought they were. In the manga, they are the villains in a group of evil rangers known as the Dragon Keepers, in which they emerge to challenge the oppressive rule, supposedly, of the monster. The Dragon Keepers seeks to reclaim the world from the grasp of these corrupt monsters, in which the whole thing is completely fake. Instead of this story actually being where Power Rangers or the Dragon Keepers go and fight the monsters for all of humanity, they put it on as a show and as a publicity stunt, in which they've already defeated the monsters already the first time they came. And so far, all they've been doing now is just having registered fights and preconceived battles every time on Sunday, in which the monsters have to come up with some type of entity to keep the whole population of the world entertained the entire time, and they lose every single time. So it's basically like an actual retelling of Power Rangers, how every time the Power Rangers find a way to stop the villains or the monsters from ever taking over Earth. Well, in this plot, it unfolds with a gripping tension because the main character, whose name is Fighter D, is a powerful, but also he's kind of a mysterious monster. He takes on a daring mission of actually infiltrating the Dragon Keeper's ranks from the inside. While the Fighter D might be just a duster, he's a monstrous entity born from negative emotions. They're not exactly inherently evil, instead they harbor their own motivations and backstory that humanizes them, making them a complex and intriguing character. Fighter D, who was tired of being a duster, tired of being treated and constantly getting defeated, and knows the lies of what the Dragon Keepers have been pushing, he slowly finds a way to integrate himself within the Dragon Keeper's midst. We witness a gripping tale of deception and more dilemmas and shifting alliances. This manga masterfully explores the concepts of not only good and evil, but also challenges the traditional notions of presenting us with multifaceted characters that blur the lines between right and wrong. Fighter D, with the help of Yumiko Suzuriki and Hibiki Sakurama, find a way to slowly infiltrate and get rid of all the divine artifacts of the Dragon Keepers, in which is their main way of transforming and also fully killing the monsters. The character development within Ranger Reject is truly exceptional. The Dragon Keepers, once symbols of justice, are slowly being portrayed as deeply flawed individuals. Each has a unique backstory that actually delves into their own journey, from hopeful young heroes to corrupted figures abusing their powers. See, within Ranger Reject, the Dragon Keepers are just not your typical one-dimensional villains. They actually have their reasons for rising against the monsters and seeking redemption for past mistakes. And each reason of why they have to come against the monsters set up this whole publicity stunt. Each member of the Dragon Keepers actually has a distinct personality and brings something unique to the group, making them a compelling force to reckon with. Obviously, the main trope you'll see is that the red character is always a hopeful, smiling one, the one that's always in the front and the face of the Dragon Keepers, but in reality, probably the darkest one within the Dragon Keepers. There's some crazy scenes that have me astonished when I actually read them. And the designs are actually striking and distinct, reflecting their personalities and abilities. It's anime, they gotta make it all, flawless. And yes, we can talk about story, but when it comes to the battle scenes, Ranger Reject does not disappoint. The confrontation between the Dragon Keepers and the monsters are pretty intense, action-packed, and emotionally charged. Now, it's all like that because, again, it's a publicity stunt and they're lying to the entire world, but Fighter D is actually fighting against different Rangers and their squadrons. See, each Ranger has a squadron, so you have the red squadron, the yellow squadron, the green squadron, the blue squadron, and the pink squadron. And within the squadrons, there's 5 main ranks. You obviously have the senior first rank, which would be the actual Dragon Keeper. Then you have the junior first rank, which would be their assistant or sidekick kind of. Then you have the same going down, second senior rank, and then second junior rank, and then third, and then yeah, like that. And so we actually get to see Fighter D slowly make his way up to fighting the actual Dragon Keepers. He starts off fighting the ranked members of the squadron to finally eventually getting to fight these actual Dragon Keepers, in which they're super powerful. Now, the fights are not merely just about flashing moves and power displays. They do also showcase internal struggles of the characters at some moments. Throughout these battles, we actually get to witness growth and development of Fighter D, and we also see different sides of the Dragon Keepers and the runs in their ranks. Now, the action sequences are accompanied by profound dialogue and character interactions, making the battles an integral part of the overall narrative. And what wraps up the deep analysis of Ranger Reject is the upcoming anime adaptation of this captivating manga. See, I'm trying to get all the way caught up with the manga, and so far it's just been amazing to actually see this. This is not the regular Power Rangers that you're used to. This is actually going to take your whole mind and your whole notion of Power Rangers and actually flip it on its head up. It's twisted. It's a twisted take on the Power Rangers universe. It's very thought-provoking with amazing character development and intense battle scenes. It's no wonder that actual fans are eagerly waiting for its release. I'm very excited about Ranger Reject. I'm gonna keep reading this, and hopefully we can talk about more, because there's a lot of ideas and theories I have about Go Loser Ranger that I want to be able to present y'all, because it's just an amazing story. So I hope y'all have had a blessed day, man. Like always, don't forget to do me a favor, hit that subscribe. That's all I need you to do, and y'all have a blessed one.